see why people like this game. I just am not one of the people who is in love with this game. I think it looks too cartoony for me. And I feel like I've done the Mario nostalgia thing. Like, I loved Mario just as much as everybody else.
And you love platformers. I want to get that out there.
I love platformers. Yeah. It's so cartoony. It's sometimes I just feel like I'm not 4. And I want a little more from the graphics, you know, and I want a little more not adult content, but you know what I mean? Like, just, it's so cartoony. It's really hard for me to get into it. And it's so, like, the little storybook in the beginning, really, like, I'm flipping storybook pages. I don't know. I'm just too old.
Well, the one thing I have to comment on, you know, I
kept those graphics on the DS. I think that's interesting. I was thinking about, like, this. It's the same, like, you know, the Mario and Luigi RPGs.
You mean the art style?
Love those games, but they work on that on the DS.
It was the first time that I wanted to downgrade my TV.
Yeah.
I mean, like playing like 1080, 1080i, I guess, like television, 40-inch, and it looks jagged and it looks bad. And I thought about dragging out the old giant SD TV and just plugging it into there because
Wii games do look substantially different.
But then, like the simplicity of the graphics and the primary colors actually works in the favor of that.
Yes. In contrast to other Wii games that are trying to do something more complex, it's like, this is about this. This is the limit. This and Red Steel are about as far as you can go.
They could have done a more 3D look or like a more. There's so many things they could have done with that engine, and they just made it so flat.
But in terms of the gameplay,
it's great. I mean, it's great. It's exactly what you want from exactly what you expect from Mario.
It's a Mario Galaxy expansion pack. Like, it's literally just distilled, like refined Mario Galaxy. It's not changing.
Now, as you pointed out, you know what still sort of remains in terms of tone still has that kind of grating kind of charm to it.
I find it so insipid.
But they did get rid of so much of the story.
They did.
They should have gotten rid of all of it.
I'm curious what remained, why it remained, because there is this big fat star that's like, hey, you did well.
No,
I know, I did it. I don't want to talk to you.
They always need something to push you to the next level. It's very bare bones narrative that you need.
We all know to go to the next level.
We all do, but people playing it for the first time might not.
I can't believe that. Like you.
Now, do you think, actually, as an interesting point, do you think this is going to be anybody's entry level Mario?
Probably not. No.
I think their ass would get handed to them.
Play all those old games. You're like, how did I do this?
True.
And you realize, oh, it's because I was a kid and I didn't have a job and I was going to get one game and I was going to play it until I was finished with it. We got to give kids more credit. I think they can do it.
They have little thumbs. It's easier. It's easier to control that. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Obviously, you know, 5 out of 5 was good. As you can see, yes, it definitely is.
I think it's great. I think it's not for everyone.
No, but it is. At the end of the day, to me, it's still Mario.
Exactly.
And I love the music. I could listen to the music all day.
Music is pretty great.